Late-night parties, a cryptic interview. The whole world missed these warning signs that their marriage was doomed. Why aren't we surprised they split? We'll tell you. In January 2022, Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet shocked fans by calling it quits in a lengthy statement posted to Instagram, informing the world that they were separating. Though fans were upset with the news, we have to wonder, is it that much of a surprise? Or were there hints in the few months leading up to the split that Momoa and Bonet may have been growing apart? Shortly before she announced her split from Jason Momoa, Lisa Bonet appeared in Interview magazine alongside her lifelong friend Marissa Tomei. They met on the set of A Different World, the Cosby Show spinoff where Tomei played the college roommate of Bonet's Denise Huxtable. During the conversation, the two discussed their long careers together. Tomei called it, quote, the jackpot of many lifetimes that they were still laughing together after all this time. The conversation turned metaphysical as both actors updated each other on how they were handling what Bonet called this epic transition, meaning, presumably, the global uncertainty surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic. Notably, she said, definitely learning how to be authentically me, learning to be new, and following this invitation from the universe to step into this river of uncertainty. The quote seemed rather general before we knew Bonet and Momoa were splitting up, but it made a lot more sense once we knew the specifics of what was happening in Bonet's life. It also echoed the statement put out by the couple on Instagram announcing the end of their marriage, which read in part, "We have all felt the squeeze and changes of these transformational times. A revolution is unfolding, and our family is of no exception." For a long time, Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet were the star attractions on many a red carpet. They dazzled as each other's pink-clad dates at the 2019 Oscars. At the 2020 Golden Globes, Momoa's unconventional outfit, color-coordinated to the greens in Bonet's dress, even landed the Aquaman star on Vogue's Best Dressed list. In fact, the two loved a matching red carpet moment throughout their relationship. However, something seemed to have changed in more recent years, as the once devoted twosome hadn't walked a red carpet as each other's dates in almost 2 full years before their split. As People noted, Momoa and Bonet had not been photographed together since they attended Tom Ford's AW20 show all the way back in February 2020. Part of the time away from red carpets was, of course, the result of the COVID-19 pandemic. A number of would-be red carpet events had been canceled since the pair were last spotted in the wild. Still, though, Momoa had attended a number of events since then without his soon-to-be ex-wife. When he went to the premiere of No Time to Die, for example, he brought the kids that he and Bonet share, but no Bonet. Fans might have known something was amiss in their relationship when Lisa Bonet didn't show up for one particular event. In a surprising move, she didn't show up to support Momoa at the London premiere of Dune, her husband's biggest film role since 2018's Aquaman. Instead, as E! noted, Bonet stuck around in America, and Momoa attended the premiere of the sci-fi space epic without her. While this may or may not have been related to issues in their marriage, international travel was still difficult at the time due to the ongoing pandemic, and Momoa was reportedly already in the UK to work on the Aquaman sequel. Bonet may ultimately be glad she sat out the event. Momoa posted a troubling video on his Instagram stories shortly after the premiere, announcing that he'd tested positive for COVID-19. Jason Momoa has never been shy about showing off his body. There's a reason he's been on the cover of so many men's fitness magazines through the years. However, the star famously hates working out, telling Men's Health that his big presence is the result of just genetics. However, in more recent months leading up to the announcement that he and Lisa Bonet were setting each other free, Momoa began posting more thirst traps than usual on social media. His shirtless spree started with his participation in a Make It Sexy challenge on Jimmy Kimmel Live, which saw guest host Anthony Anderson challenge the muscular actor to use a variety of ordinary objects in attractive ways. Right from the jump, Momoa was eager to show it all.
But yeah, I know the studio didn't want me to take my clothes off, but we're going to take my clothes off, right? Oh!
Momoa also posted a number of shirtless pictures to his Instagram stories in late 2021. Of course, an actor showing his well-known physique off on social media doesn't necessarily indicate relationship trouble, but while finishing the filming of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, the actor flew back to his native Hawaii, seemingly, it now seems, without his then-wife. Instead, he shared some shirtless solo snaps of himself staring at the sea, lost in thought. In addition to receiving rave reviews for his role in Dune, Jason Momoa had another reason to celebrate in winter 2021. The actor wrapped filming on Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, the sequel to the smash hit superhero film that took his career to the next level. Rather than marking the occasion with his family, Momoa instead went out partying with friends. On the same day Bonet's article and interview dropped, photographers caught Momoa hitting up celeb hotspot Nobu, Malibu for a wild night out.
How is it that I can breathe underwater, but you can still drink me on the table?
That time in Malibu wasn't Momoa's only night on the town at the time. A month earlier, Radar noted that the actor boogied down to AC/DC while shirtless at a House of Gucci after-party. If that doesn't scream, soon to be divorced, then we don't know what would. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celeb couples are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.